Morning, the old StoryFire. Just got out of the development meeting. It's about 8:10 here. I look like a hippie. I was actually photoed in this. So where I live is like, I would say, I'm going to see if I can find the photo. I'm going to put it up in this thing. Okay. So basically, I live in what was like the LGBTQIA mother spot, but like 30 years ago. So if you came here 30 years ago, basically everyone knew you. If you were in Brighton, you were basically gay. There was an area called that is called Kemp Town, and everyone called it Camp Town back in the day. No one does that now because obviously it's progressive and all of that lot. But when you walk around my town, you see far less heterosexual people than you see members of the LGBTQIA community. Probably the most progressive place in the world, almost without doubt. So what's the story for this t-shirt and the picture? I moved back here in March last year, and March, cold time, but this beautiful sunny day came out, and me and the missus walked down onto the seafront, and the tide was right out, and the sand was on the shore, and it wasn't warm, but it wasn't cold. It was just a nice temperature, and I was walking barefoot on the sand down on our beach, and some photographer obviously thought, right, I'm going to go find the gayest looking person on the seafront, and so they photoed me. And the next thing I knew, I was on a national newspaper basically as the face of Brighton, and my mother-in-law immediately messaged me she found it, and she lives in the south of France, and she found this picture of me, and she went, "Is that you?" And I went, "Yeah, that is me actually." So I became the face of Brighton, probably the most that's the wrong phrase. I'm just heterosexual. So the worst person to put as the face of Brighton, because I don't represent not to say I don't care, but it's just like, I'm white, bald, but wearing this t-shirt made me the face of Brighton. So there you go. It's all about the clothing. You got to get your clothing right, and then if you got your clothing right, you're a member of the team. So yeah. Anyway, that was my little claim to fame. Took me 3 minutes to get that out. Good. And the reason I'm wearing it is I just wore it in bed last night. Let's have a little look what's going on the platform. MC Phoenix. I think she's just put this up 3 minutes ago. Probably longer than that now. Do you speak to yourself in ways you would never speak to a friend? Yep. Because I wouldn't be nice to my friends. Do you speak to yourself in ways... how do you speak to yourself? Be mindful of your thoughts and self-talk. Be kind to yourself. I always am. I'm like, oh, Sam, you are the greatest. Oh, and you're so bald but handsome. I like that. Good night, StoryFire fam. I've just woken up. So I've just woken up. Morning. Captain Wingless. What did you think of his impersonation of me? I think he absolutely nailed Rusty. I think he went to Australian with me. I won't be active today. Been having a headache and will be trying to get... Oh, Wingless. Sorry. I gave you a frown. Get better soon. Still all on track. Test it. So, by the way, if you're watching this, if you're one of the beta testers on Google and Android and iOS, that should be available to you now. We've uploaded all the email addresses that have access to the beta test. So the beta testing has happened. The pre-beta testing essentially has happened with Vitali. He now wants to get as many users using it as possible before we deploy it for general use. So that's Android and iOS. The web update is looking like Monday, ideally. Worst case scenario, Tuesday. There was a glitch in the written section in the UI where nobody could edit so once you'd written, that was it. There was no editing. So that's just in fix now, which has just added an extra day in time. But these things happen. Coding gets mucked about with, and hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a coder. Pinks. So that's how that so is said. I decided to make a TikTok account. I told myself I was never going to do it, but here I am. I'm not an expert at it. No one is. My lighting sucks, and I have to use my phone, but I want to start filming some small clips of the process of my paintings. It would mean a lot if some of you could follow me on there. I'm giving Blaze to anyone who follows me on TikTok. My TikTok, Pink's Art. Cool? I'm not on TikTok. So, new. Revives, don't know who you are. Purslane relit you. I don't know that I follow you. Officially quit my job with AT&T. It was such a terrible company to work for. Yeah. The worst customer service job I've ever worked. Always stressed out, and it honestly made my mental health worse. If you want to know anything more about them and what it was like, I'd be more than happy to tell you. Do a video on it. You're nice and safe here. If you don't have video yet, we'll try and get it for you. There's that thing. I've got a couple of comments. What did they say?
Here's some impersonations of some StoryFire kind of creators and
that means.
Just well-known people. Just Gary here.
I wanted comments on mine. It's not
just Gary.
There we go. Captain stole my vocal cords. Thanks for sharing, Sam. No worries. Poogle, what you got to say? See, he did a Poogle impersonation. Again, I think my Poogle's better. Hi, Sam. Yes. It's the That's where you start on Poogle. You go, he didn't go to the bathroom or something. Hang on, I could work on that. I could get that. I was gonna go to the beach or something, and I was getting. I'll work on it. That's my first attempt. But it's that once I find that and then he kind of drops in really fast, and then takes a breath, and says, an Oreo cookie, something like that. That's the key to him. Once you've nailed those little time delays that he does, because he speeds up, slows down, speeds up, slows down. So you got to work on. Before heading off to bed, I just came to the realization that all my friends have unlocked video on StoryFire, and they are Phoenix Trooper, Nuka, Luke Smith, and Ruse Shiesti 5908. Now, some of them that were mentioned don't have a big social media presence, but knowing they have a home here to share their videos just brings a feeling of joy to me. Yeah! Well done, Poogs. If you haven't seen it, it's 10 Blaze. Go watch me and Poogs have a dance for a few minutes on the start of my new video, and then we talk about champagne and how the model of champagne will probably end up applying to StoryFire, the way champagne moved. It's interesting. This would be a future feature, but what if StoryFire came out with its own debit card? I agree. A lot of exchanges have this for its own users, so it's easier to spend your money instead of moving it around and spending fees on gas. No, I agree. That's 100%, and it's not actually that difficult. Essentially, the value of the Blaze just goes straight from your account into what would be StoryFire's bank account of Blaze. It's not difficult. I mean, it has to be developed, and but if we had 2 million, 3 million users on the platform, it would make 100% sense to deploy a bank card. So if you have a bank account, you can spend your Blaze, and it automatically sells your Blaze for you. It makes total sense. 100%. So yeah, Wasp Nest, agreed. Poogs, just checking out a video. Jethro reacts, love is love. Cool, he's on it. You should come to Brighton. What can I say? Hello everyone. You know what to do. Get on the critic and upvote Planet Oldhammer. Yeah, let's get that done. So many new faces. Cool. Me waiting for video for everyone. Yeah, I spoke to Deckchair about that. He said we can't prioritise it at the moment. I don't know why, because I spoke to him, and things came up yesterday. It's one of those things. Deckchair has a nice arse. Or his orb. He doesn't. You prefer summers on the mountain, Ned? That don't make no sense. Doesn't make sense. No. Summer by the beach, winter in the mountains. 100%. 100%. That's how it should be. Correct me if I'm wrong. Why I'm wrong. How am I wrong? And I've done summer in the mountains. I like a summer in the mountains. But summer by the beach. Oh. Oh, damn, the subs are just pouring in. Welcome, new faces. Yes! Right, I'm now going to take a risk. We're nearly 12 minutes in. I'm going to take a risk and push the messages button and see who messaged me. And so I might have to cut because it could be private. But let's find out. Messages. Oh, I know. Not sure if his account has been reported or not, but the user Ejix. An inappropriate user. Probably cut it. Anyway. I'll take a look. Done. Cool. Right. Stop recording. Like, subscribe, give me a follow. If you're following on Instagram, YouTube, if you've just come across this, make sure you follow on StoryFire. This is where it's happening. This is where it is happening. I'm sure that video access will be open to all at some point, but it can't be prioritised, and I need to dig into why Deckchair doesn't want it prioritised. Equally, Deckchair will go with what your reps say. He just says, I don't want it prioritised at the moment. There's other things like the importance of the UI update, cash out, live streaming, and Creator Suite. I think that's his thought process, but we didn't get a chance to dig into it. Anyway, have a good one. See you soon. Goodbye.